I'm just making a video about how eating meat, and the unconscious subliminal impact that it has on the attitude and aggressiveness of humans, and also their pacifistic outcome of trying not to, show power. What I'm trying to say is, uh, people eat meat, and the whole reason they eat meat is because it makes them more powerful. And that's the whole concept. It makes you stronger, which is more powerful. It makes you healthier, which is more powerful. It's all around power. And all this talk about assault weapons, that's kind of what I was working around, is an assault weapon is anything used in an assault. And that's how it's always been through time and ages. Swords used to be an assault weapon, spears, bows and arrows, knives. It's the weapon isn't. They were originally probably more than likely some were bought and sold as to be used in a war, but the original intent was probably to defend. Say a person who originally, somebody living in a small village, they developed a sword to defend instead of to attack. Somebody came along and said, "Oh, that'd be a great weapon to use in an attack," which is kind of how Kung Fu in China was. They used Kung Fu was developed as a kind of a secret weapon to be used in a defense. And the Chinese government came through villages, and they used to try to round up as much Kung Fu, hundreds or even 1,000 or so years ago, to find Kung Fu that could be used in the military or an assault manner instead of a defense manner, different than what it was used for or developed for. So anyway, it's not really the weapon that is the assault. It's the person who uses it in that type of manner. Because all these people saying assault weapons are basically used. There is no assault weapon. Assault weapon is something used in an assault. So you need to knock that out of the way. Whereas a weapon is used more so in defense. And Bush, I don't know, was it the first one? No, it was the second. I think it was Bush Jr. was when he said we're going to change from a defensive posture in this country to an offensive posture. And after 9/11, I believe it was, is where that came from. Because I don't think it was Kuwait. I don't think his dad was saying we're going to assault Kuwait. I think it was we were going to defend Kuwait. Whereas the second one, which should have been prevented, and anyway, it's not the story I'm after. I'm after the assault weapon. It's just like how they say in the Bible. It's in the beauty. Is it in the Bible? Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Maybe it ain't. Maybe that's just some fairy tale. But anyway, assault is in the eyes of the beholder or the wielder. So a person. Anyway, that's what I was trying to get to there. But what I'm also saying is people. If they're, the first people who were attacked, or possibly, watched something, say they watched a herd of whatever stampede a child, and they thought that maybe the herd attacked the child, whereas there might have been people around the herd that spooked the herd, knowing that they seen the child and they knew the herd, and they wanted to show everybody what, back then there was maybe no conscious of killing somebody else, where conscious through time has been developed and is not a real part of nature, where it's consciousness of something else, something happened to something else, and it's a collective. Whereas you can see that in herds of like Cape buffalo, where they're being attacked by lions, where they usually run, or a lot of animals run, until a collective, maybe one turns, which creates a collective, and they all attack the lion to defend. So it's a collective. There might be something big enough like rhinos and stuff like that. But anyway, that's just the thought of the power. So anyway, eating meat has been known to give you power. I know this is kind of a scattered way of talking. I should start over, but I'm not going to, because there's enough points here to make sense. If you don't just take it all as once, because I'm just trying to gather my thoughts on this, and I haven't got anything written down. I was just kind of going off what was I thinking. But anyway, it was meat is people just eat for power, and all these people that are saying, well, assault weapons, war, all this stuff is wrong, yet they'll go home and eat meat, and it's for their health or whatever, but it all adds up to power, because they don't want to be weak, because what? They don't want to be attacked, so they're killing something else to gain power. And that's, power through time killing through time has given people power. Wars give people more kingdom, more area of a kingdom. If another kingdom, whatever, for whatever reason, whether it's a red flag event or whatever, that kingdom seized control of another kingdom, which gave them more power. And so killing equals power, and people eat meat, which equals power or strength, or whatever you want to call it. You want to change the word. You want to change everything around to escape the fact or the psychological impact that you're actually killing something to gain power. And then you turn around and say, well, I want to be pacifistic right after you killed something or ate something that was killed. So it's a double standard when people say this and that, and where they have no reasoning. I don't know if it'd be of effect of what they're arguing about. They've just heard something said, and so they repeat it. They're like sheep, and that's why people are called sheep, because they're just repeating what they've heard instead of actually realizing what they're saying. But that's basically what I'm trying to say, is that these people are trying to say, oh, don't kill people, and that's a weapon that is used in assault. Anything, a car could be an assault weapon. Do you think of a car as a weapon? Sometimes they do. If you go to a driver's class, they'll say it's a weapon. So should you be driving around in a weapon? People use cars to kill people. And people have used pillows. I mean, is a pillow an assault weapon? I'm going to start selling assault pillows.